right, hey guys, we're back here on Monday, the 1st of April here, and right, you guys saw Ethereum was the second place winner in the polling we did today. So here's not a lot of change, and I know Sensei Hove has had this pretty well covered over the last few weeks. So my primary account has us doing this here. So we've done here's our one wave, and then we've gone into an ABC into the two, and then I've got us potentially as a 1-2 here. So there is an impulse here. Now this, like most of the majors here, there's a real question mark as to whether or not that's our 2, or we're going to be looking for a 2 someplace lower here if we get another leg down. It's really... So as you can see it here, so I have a couple of sets of median lines on this. So just working from swing low, swing high, I've got a modified shift here. And we see this seems to be reasonably good resistance here as we work on that median line. Not through it yet, one little pump wick. But I would certainly want to see us get through that to get a bit more bullish on this. Now here, working off of this pivot low here, this pivot to this pivot to this pivot, I've got an inside pitchfork here, so that's up 50 and over 50 here, and then it's pointing down in this case. So from those three pivots, you can see, so here's 50, and then here's 50 in time. So it's vertical and horizontal. Then pushing down, so that median line seems to be holding fairly well here. So we have a couple of channels that are competing for direction here. So if let's get this here locked up. So you can see this little channel here that we seem to be sort of stuck in here. But then we have competing with that, we have this channel here that you can see being framed by the, let me change that color, by the inside pitchfork. So if I take that, let's do it in blue here. So we get that. Well, you get the idea here. So you can see we've got these competing channels, and until we get some resolution out of here, I'm not dying to buy it right here. So let me pull some of this off of here. So looking at this, so if that's our 1-2, best case here, we've got kind of a lazy diagonal going in for the 1 of the third. So all of this needs to be pushed much higher, but right, we got to put them somewhere. So if that's 1-2, and it's suspect as to whether there's 2, because we don't look impulsive here, but you could make a case that there is some sort of a diagonal in here, although this is our higher pivot. So but it could also, here, let me get this off. It's hard to call, so we got, maybe that's A, B, so you'd have A, B, C, so 1-2, maybe we're getting started to get the 3, 4, and the 5 going here. So I see it's not great though. So let me go to a 1 hour here. So, I mean, you do have, so this swing here is longer than the first one. So you have a candidate. You could think 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is so deep, right? It breaks the golden zone. Now, coming off of this, we do get what appears to be a little impulse, right? Well, not appears, it is, right? So we get a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're either starting something or finishing something. Then coming off of that, so what are the possible options here? So if this is our pivot and we've got a completed impulse here, well, we're looking for something between the 50 and the 618. Now, is that it? Didn't quite make the 50. Maybe, or is it enough to buy on off of that? Well, so not for me. I don't. So much of crypto, it's like I kind of want to, but it just doesn't feel like it's there yet, because the other possibility here is that this is all corrective. So maybe this is we're getting a 3 here, we'll get another 3 here. Now, could that be? Really doesn't look like a flat. So this could just be the 1. So we could have more push in this, but see, it wouldn't make sense. So to go 3, 3, 5, and then truncate this as the C. I mean, this is possible. Shit, yeah, fuck, anything's possible. But this doesn't look. I think the higher probability is that we're in the process of doing something like this. So maybe we'll get a larger diagonal. 1, 2. Now this could just be the A wave, right? If we're going to get an A, B, C here of a 3, 4, and 5. So then the 1, 2, 1, 2 starts to look a little bit better here. what do I want to do? I want to change that color, so let's put that in blue. So maybe 1, 2, and then we're just getting started here on this. It's there is nothing here that says, oh shit, man, it's time to get long. It's, you know, you kind of want to see, you know, so bull is kind of saying, okay, well, it's kind of maybe, right, as I said, maybe a lazy diagonal. I do not think we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. That just, you can look here from the pivot. If that were the 3, right, we'd be looking for it. At the very least, you'd want to see the golden zone hold, so you knew you had a buy side algo. So we get a test here that looked good, but the drop here and the sloppy pivot makes this look more like it would be a 1, 2 rather than 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we're going to get a diagonal, maybe A, B, C, A, B, right? It's not pretty in there. A, B, C. You don't have a lot of confidence in this as a 2, but then we do get this little impulse here. Right? So if I zoom in on that, so it's hard to call it anything else. So here's the 3. So a skinny little 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 5. So something would appear to have finished here. So if that's correcting, and this, come here, maybe we've got, Jesus, come here, let's try again. Maybe we've got A, B going in, C looking to come down here. So something looks like it's completed here. So then again, just as we would, if that's a 1 or a 2 or a C, right, it doesn't quite look like we'd be done here, so I wouldn't mind seeing this get a little more A, B, C-ish, and then come down here, maybe golden zone, then we go up here. So I wouldn't. There's just not enough there, guys. Like why force something here? Yeah, I want to see it go, but I just as a trade, if I brought that up, I'd go, okay. Maybe label or an alert down here, but is that really inspiring a lot of confidence in this count? Well, not to me. I just don't see enough here to support putting money at risk. Could be this, could be that, maybe. Those aren't the kind of conditions that or environment where you want to start putting money at risk. So this just needs more information. The market needs to reveal itself more here. Yeah, I just, with the exception of this impulse here, which I would prefer to see as the A of an ABC here, I just don't see enough here to support the idea that this to be looking for a buy down here. Right? Maybe, right? So maybe it's there. There's shit. There'll be an algo sitting here waiting to get that. But what would that be? So that would be so maybe we get ABC of the 3rd. So that's going to need to go higher relative if this is the ABC of the 1 of a diagonal. So maybe. But not enough yet. It's just what's the hurry, right? You see, I doubt we're going to scream off to, actually, and if we did, so if you left something on the table here, this came down here and started to rip, well, that's not bad news. That just gives us more confidence in where we are in this count and to what the hell it is. Right? It's very hard to draw any high probability analysis from this. First, let's just get out of this channel that we've been in, this sideways channel. Can we break this median line? Can we start to see some signs of some momentum here that's supported by some decent volume? Here it looks like it's a lack of interest. We're getting divergence in volume amongst sellers and buyers, right? So buyers get excited, then fade. Sellers get excited, then fade. It's a general lack of interest here. Right? So, I mean, most of crypto, we need a spark event. Something has to kick it here. So that could be, shit, for all we know, this could be a push down here to panic bulls, right? So, a lot of people will tell you we haven't really had that true capitulation moment here. I don't know that we have to have that here, but this is just not strong enough to support the idea that there's a trade here. Now, maybe if you're you're a very short-term trader, you want to go for a little punchy single here with a tight stop and you work some leverage. Right? That's not how I would do it here. I just don't think there's enough to support any sort of a longer-term swing trade until we get clarity and we get out of this range. Right? It's right. I want to see it go as much as anyone, but it's just not ripe yet. It's not there. All right, guys. I wish I could give you more, but it's hurry up and wait. Talk to you later.